Hello everyone, welcome back to ASR, African Stories Realized. This is our weekly review of Nyala O Season 1, Episodes 7 to 9. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's get into it. Episode 7 picks up at the Mapula home as Kea started giving her husband the silent treatment after discovering that he had a secret family. Meanwhile, at Pretty's place, Lerato revealed the part he played in exposing his father, informing his mother that Rhami was married. However, he was even more devastated when Pretty revealed that she already knew in a futile attempt to defend Rhami. She then called Rhami to report that Kea had found out about his secret family. Rhami began to panic as Kea continued giving him the silent treatment. He confided in Mondli, revealing that he feared for his life, questioning why Kea hadn't said anything about what she had uncovered. Mondli did not help to allay his fears, as he warned Rhami that his wife might even poison him and advised him to give her some space. Meanwhile, Mapula and her husband sat down for breakfast, where it's revealed that Ernest was so thirsty when they met that he proposed on the first date. He then questioned how much Mapula's supposed bonus was, even suggesting that he leave the firm he's working for to join hers. Mapula dismissed the request, but assured him that she'll hook him up with some external jobs. It's later revealed during a call with her son that Mapula also bought him a new luxury car. Mapula then received a visit from a shady character who delivered a road accident claim to her, which she paid for with an envelope full of cash. I think Mapula was paying for inside information on claimants of the road accident fund who are close to getting their payout. So she finds those people and offers them her services for a generous fee, but she already knows that the case is easy to win. Mapula then met up with Lerato, who rejected Mondli's advances earlier that day as he tried to get intimate with her. She reported Mondli for desecrating the divorce papers, showing Mapula the video of him pissing all over them. She then called out Ernest for his big mouth because he told Mondli about the divorce. Mapula then gave Lerato new divorce papers for Mondli to sign. Back at Kea's place, the family sat down for dinner as she insisted that Rhami eat the food she had prepared as she trolled him about potentially dying, and the paranoia over potentially getting poisoned was definitely eating at him. Tepi then excused herself, and the episode ends with Kea forcing the reluctant Rhami to eat the food while holding a large portrait of her family in front of him. Kea was not playing with him, and he's gonna wish that she was still giving him the silent treatment. Episode 8 picks up at Kea's place, where Rhami found that Kea had hanged a portrait of their family above their marital bed and was seemingly acting like things were normal as she left for work. Rhami then confided in his mother and asked her to talk to Kea on his behalf, but she didn't hold back, reminding her son that she advised him to tell Kea the truth. Rami's mother then went to see Kea at work, and without revealing that she knew what was going on, she advised her daughter-in-law to keep her family together. Kea then found one of Lethabo's social media pages, where she found pictures of Rhami with Pretty and their children, which brought her to tears. Lerato questioned if she was okay, but she insisted that she was just overwhelmed with work. Meanwhile in Tembisa, Pretty tried and failed to reach Rhami, who had seemingly blocked her number. Pretty's mother questioned if she had played any part in Lerato exposing Rhami, which Pretty denied, before her mother consoled her, even suggesting that she may have been a mistress herself in the past. Meanwhile at Lerato's place, she begged Mondli to sign the new divorce papers. However, Mondli once again refused to put pen to paper. He later returned home to find that Lerato had packed her things and left. He called his wife and confronted her for leaving. However, Lerato once again reiterated that she was determined to leave him. Lerato then joined Kea, Mapula and their husbands for a couple's dinner at the Mapula home. She vented about Mondli's behavior and refusal to sign the divorce papers, triggering the other two couples, who seemingly both had a lot to unpack with their partners, with Mapula alluding that they went through financial issues during COVID because Ernest wasn't earning enough. And Ernest did not like that. He cut her off immediately before Mondli joined them at the dinner table, immediately lifting the mood in the room upon his arrival, which says a lot about what Mondli means to the friend group. After dinner, Kea interrogated Rhami, questioning him about his whereabouts on the day of his car accident, ultimately accusing him of being in Tembisa on the day. Rhami denied being in Tembisa on the day, even attempting to produce tracking data until he was confronted with pictures from Thabo's social media. Rhami's denials continued, and the episode ends with Kea finally confronting him with the names of his mistress and her children, leaving no doubt that she knows. Episode 9 picks up as Rhami continued to deny his secret family, gaslighting his wife as their confrontation continued. Rhami tried everything to deflect from his infidelity, even suggesting that he was now ready to have more children with Kea. However, she didn't back down, with Rhami ultimately deciding to give her space and spend the night in another room. The following morning, Rhami continued trying to gaslight his wife when Tshepi questioned what was wrong with Kia upon finding her sleeping alone in their bedroom. A heartbroken Kia then called her family and asked them to schedule a meeting with Rami's family. Rhami then went to Mondli's place and confided in him, revealing that Kia was giving him a hard time at home and had called a family meeting. Mondli accused Rhami of being greedy, but Rhami suggested that Mondli was only able to stay faithful because he was broke. Mondli almost kicked him out for that, but he ultimately advised Rhami to fight for his marriage because Kia is wife material, whereas Lerato isn't. However, he did concede that it was already too late when he started fighting for his marriage. This came after Mondli returned home to a sheriff who served him the divorce papers, after which he called Lerato to confront her about. He questioned where she was, and Lerato claimed that she was staying with her cousin before threatening to report him to their families if he didn't sign the divorce papers. However, when the phone call ended, it's revealed that Lerato is staying with another man as the camera panned to his shoes next to the bed. Meanwhile, at Mapula's place, Ernest confronted his wife after he caught her threatening someone who owed her money over the phone. Mapula claimed that it was a work dispute, suggesting that they were withholding the remainder of her bonus, with Ernest playfully suggesting that she quit to become a housewife. Meanwhile in Tembisa, Pretty was selling clothes to make some extra money, and her mother wasted no time trying to collect on a debt that she owed her. It's unclear if Pretty was selling off some of her own clothes from her closet or if it was some of her own designs, but she's probably forced to make some extra money this way because Rhami has cut her off for now. It was also revealed that Pretty's mother owns a tavern, which is a nod to one of the actor's most popular characters, Mam Ruby on Generation. Rami's mother then paid Kia a visit, questioning why she called a family meeting, but Kia insisted that all would be revealed during the meeting. Later that evening, elders from both families gathered at the Maponya home, where Rhami arrived late and continued playing dumb when the elders questioned why the meeting had been called. Despite Rami's desperate attempts to silence Kia, she reported to the families that Rhami had been hiding a mistress and 2 other children in Tembisa. They were then joined by Pretty's children, Letabo and Warona, who were invited by Kia. The episode ends with the younger Warona immediately recognizing Rami's mother as her grandmother and giving her a big hug, as a devastated Kia comes to the realization that Rami's mother and his entire family knew about the affair. Kia was definitely going through it this week, but I do have to call out Pretty for a sec. Like, how do 2 of your kids just leave Tembisa and go all the way to the suburbs without you even noticing? I think that's why last week her mother told her, get your house in order. Cause some of this stuff, not that I'm condoning the affair or anything, but some of this is crazy. Like, your underage kids, 2 of them left your home without you noticing, went all the way to the suburbs for this expose. When they appeared, I thought maybe Pretty was the one who had brought them. But the fact that they came alone and Pretty didn't really notice, you have to ask, what exactly was Pretty doing? Or maybe they should have added a scene where Pretty realizes like the kids are missing or kids aren't around and tries to reach Rhami. Or the kids leaving Tembisa and lying to their mother saying they're going wherever. But I think it was gonna spoil the reveal at the end, right? So yeah, I just have to call out Pretty for a sec there, because she's been very sloppy these last few weeks. It was a bit ambiguous at the end, but I'm guessing she was referring to Rami's family when she said they all knew. Family didn't seem surprised, but also it could have been a cold ending where everyone in the scene around Gia just froze, kinda like in theater plays and musicals where they freeze between a scene and fade to black. Rhami really made me laugh today. His constant denials and gaslighting was just hilarious. He did everything he could to run away from the matter. And it's weird because most of the time, guys who are players or who entertain multiple women usually have more of an alpha character. So I don't know what happened with Rhami, and once again, I need to know how he found himself in this position, because he's definitely not built for it. He handled this terribly. Mondli seems to have accepted that it's over between him and Lerato, but he might get combative when he discovers that she's already moved on with another man, especially if it's the potential investor from the anniversary party. I'll give her a benefit of a doubt and say I don't think they hooked up before she moved out. I think it's super messy. If she was ever interested in him or was actually attracted to the guy, she shouldn't have tried to set up a meeting with Mondli and gave him hope that he would invest in his business idea. Come to think of it, the investor wasn't really interested. He didn't really give Mondli an opportunity. I thought that Monthly just produced a bad pitch, but maybe he was right that the investor was always just interested in getting in Lerato's pants. I'm giving Lerato a benefit of a doubt, hopefully, but it will really hurt her character if she's hooking up with that guy. Right now, they're technically separated, but she's gonna look bad if she's sleeping with that guy. I think it's super messy. It seems like all three couples have been going through it, with money the main thing coming in between Mapula and Ernest. Even now, it seems like Ernest is always pocket watching his wife, and I guess he might be a bit embarrassed that she earns more than him. But as we discovered this week, she might be earning that money in dubious ways. At least Lerato and Mondli are speaking openly and honestly with the group, whereas the more mature couples seem to have way more baggage than them. They have more reason to divorce, but because they have kids and assets and all these things tied into the marriage, it's harder for them to divorce, which is one of the reasons Lerato gave to why she wants a clean break right now. Their troubles are not really that crazy. It's more of emotional stuff. It's nothing like the infidelity or the insecurity that the other two couples are going to. It's actually very ironic. I like that level. I like that subtext. The acting on this show has been amazing, and I like that they're taking creative risks with the camera work and sound effects. I don't necessarily like everything they're trying, but I understand some of the creative decisions and I commend the execution, especially this week. Mapaseka, who plays Gia, has really taken this role personally, and I think it's the most layered character that she's played thus far. Rhami wasn't the only one questioning what she would do next, because she definitely kept me guessing too. She literally went through the 5 stages of grief. Well, technically, she's still on stage 3. Initially, when she was giving him the silent treatment, she was in denial. And then, when she confronted him with the information, that was the anger part. Then she saw the social media stuff and everything. That's where the anger came in. And then, it was time to bargain. That's where the family meeting came in. She called the family meeting because she was trying to bargain. She was trying to see if there was a way that they could remedy what had happened. That leaves us with depression and acceptance. So I do believe that Gia's still gonna spiral a bit more before maybe she ultimately accepts the arrangement. I don't know how it's gonna work. The main issue is she's got a book coming out which basically promotes marriage. So that will be the main thing. She doesn't want to be embarrassed. She's already paid $100,000 to fix the errors in the book. So that whole big PR cost that they put into that book, definitely something that's going to make it harder for her to leave the marriage. Big up to the production and cast. Nyala O Season 1 is airing on Mzansi Magic every Monday to Wednesday, and episodes are available on dstv Stream. Feel free to leave your reviews and thoughts about the show in the comments. Thank you for watching. We'll be back next week with another review. Don't forget to like and subscribe. This is ASR. For the love of African filmmaking and storytelling.